What's going on, everybody? This is Travis from Candid at the Movies. We got Phillip back.
Hey.
But for this intro, we're going to let you know he's going to give you all a hidden gem for this week. And here we go.
Hey y'all, I'm gonna give y'all a chance to watch something that I think is very underappreciated. We gonna talk about Prince's second movie that came out in 1986, his black and white film Under the Cherry Moon. And around this time, a lot of Prince fans, they are picky and finicky, and they will pick apart stuff to no end. And coming off of Purple Rain, which was just a blockbuster musically and movie-wise for him, they had what they thought were better expectations for a film. They didn't expect a black and white kind of dramatic comedy. So when that's what he released, they, some people were like, I ain't with it. Who does Prince think he is? Thinks he can do everything, yada, yada, yada. But I'm here to tell you, I think it's being slept on. And I think it's being slept on hard. We all know Prince wasn't the greatest actor in the world, so if you already have that in your brain, then you won't be let down. I mean, he, rock star, yes. Musical genius, absolutely. But everybody can't do everything. And I'm not even saying that he's a bad actor, but you don't expect him to be given Academy Award-winning performances. It also stars Jerome Benton from the time, and for those who may not be familiar with Jerome, he's the one, when Morris is on stage and doing his thing, and he says, Jerome, go get me a mirror. He goes, gets the mirror, so Morris can primp and do his thing, and make sure he's looking all right, and then they do their little dance step and whatnot. And 9 times out of 10, if you've ever seen the time in concert, Jerome is up there with one drum and one drumstick. And I don't know if he can play an instrument or not, but they got him up there with one drum and a stick until him and Morris got to dance. So, but anyway, and it also stars Kristin Thomas. And some of y'all may be familiar with some of her other work in dramatic movies and stuff. She may have won an Academy Award, I'm not sure, but it was not for this role. And Stephen Berkoff as well. And it's set in France, and basically the synopsis of the story is, it is a love story. It is a love story. But you have Kristin Scott Thomas playing Mary, and she's this spoiled adult child that lives with her parents because they are, the richest of the rich over there in France in this movie. And you have Prince and Jerome's characters are pretty much scam artists, we'll say. And they go hitting up rich, wealthy women. Prince is basically playing a gigolo as he helps scam money out of these women, trying to get back to America, Miami specifically. And of course, in the middle of, making plans to do all this stuff, they learn that Mary is getting ready to come into an inheritance. And it is perfect eye candy for them to see if they can get into her circle, get next to her, and see if they can get the money. And of course, you can probably figure out in doing all of this, Prince makes the mistake of actually falling for Mary. And everything ensues from there. That's what ends up coming in between him and Jerome's character. Of course, that upsets her father and all that good stuff. I won't tell you how it ends if you haven't seen it. I think it's a slept-on movie because if you're looking for something for you and your date to watch, it's a nice romantic movie. It's got some comedy in it. It's got some classic lines in it for those people who have seen the movie, who can forget the scene in the restaurant where Prince is getting on to Mary about being so sheltered, and he writes down a word on a napkin and asks her to pronounce it. And
now read it aloud so we can all hear how knowledgeable you are.
Rekosto.
You know what it is? You don't, do you?
Rekosto, it's nothing.
just stuff like that. When Prince realizes that he's actually sleeping with the same woman that Mary's dad is having an affair with, classic. He picks up the phone and calls her and fakes like he's one of the dad's bodyguards. And when he gets to dad, and Isaac, get your ass out of that bed. You know them's my draws. You can't beat that. You can't beat that. But I would recommend that you give it a try, because it at the end of the day, if you like Prince, you know, and you've heard the soundtrack, it gives you an idea of how that came together with the movie. So, you know, that's where we got Kiss, one of his #1 hits from. Mountains, Another Lover Like a Hole in Your Head, Boys and Girls. If you're familiar with the Prince album, you'll recognize all these titles, and I think you'll enjoy it. So give it a chance, check it out. It's one of my favorites, one of my old classics, and I think you should give it a shot. Give it a shot. I think you'll be more than impressed with how much you enjoy it if you give it a shot. That's all I got. I'll catch you next time, because apparently there's more hidden gems to be found.